Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Polio Jr. And before I actually start the video, there is actually, if you are interested in driving for Lyft, I have a link in the description for up to a $2,000 sign-on bonus when you use my referral link for Lyft. So let's continue. So this is actually a video I wanted to do for a little bit, and I've kind of just been, um, just keeping track by myself, on average what I was making in tips, per week and what the percentage was. And so what I did, as you can see here, pretty well organized in Excel, is I actually did kind of an 8-day week. So 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 8-day a week, but whatever, no big deal. So I'm kind of just giving Lyft the benefit of the doubt. So um, the biggest thing to understand about Lyft in particular is to never, ever, ever, ever expect a tip. If you expect a tip, I you will definitely be let down, because you could have had a fantastic ride with a passenger. You guys got along great. The conversation was great, and nothing. Zero. So looking at this, I am not a full-time Lyft driver, nor would I ever recommend anybody be a full-time Lyft driver. I just go out. I go out pretty much every day, but in the evenings only. So typically, just when it begins to get dark out is when I go out, and I only stay out for a couple hours. So now, looking at all of this, this is it's a Monday through the following Tuesday, but um, but all the averages, it doesn't really mess with anything too much. So now this, I was actually, when I did this, I was actually very surprised. Um, so the average actually came out to 27%, as you can see. So, and I could could pretty much end the video here, but there have been so many days, and that's why I wanted to do it over an 8-day period. But there have been plenty of days where I haven't, where I've given 10 rides and and didn't receive one single tip. And there's been days where um, I've gotten, I've received a tip, for 75% of the rides that I gave. So, so just by going through this little 8-day period here, I gave 39 rides, 10 rides tipped, and that comes out to 73 cents. It comes out to 73 cents per individual. So, like I said, I definitely would never, just never expect a tip. It's just like anything else in life. Don't expect anything, and you won't be let down. So, in that whole week, um, I made $28.54 in tips. So, it really, if somebody is actually um, if somebody's actually a passenger, I would really highly suggest, even if you take Lyft, a decent amount, to even just tip the person a dollar at the very minimum. So, but as you can see from this 8-day period, um, the biggest thing to look at, like I said, so the average tip that I got per person was 73 cents, and the out of 39 people, um, only 27% actually tipped. And but in this 8-day period, was actually a little bit different because I usually came to, um, when I would look after the evening, it usually came to 10%. So I was actually really surprised that that these percentages were actually all above 10%. But hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna say 27% because that's what it was for these these 8 days in a row. So um, yeah, um, and just so you know, um, with my when I'm driving, um, every passenger has the option for a bottle of water, for gum. I have a hotspot in my car, and I have a universal charger. And typically, if the person wants to, is decent enough and wants to have a conversation with me, the conversations always go well. So even after all of that, in these 8 days, I only averaged a 27% uh, tip rate. So, and that is actually um, above average in my experience. Like I said, typically it is closer to 10, maybe 15%. But for whatever reason, in these past 8 days, the average came out to 27%. So I would say that this is typically where you would max out. So I would say a Lyft driver um, max maxes out at we'll say 25%. So roughly for one in every four passengers will tip. So, and that's pretty much the conclusion that I've come to. So, um, but yeah, besides this, Lyft, like I said, between 10 and 15%. And there are so many days where I could give up to, 8 to 10 rides and not receive a single tip. But I have had times um, where close to half the people tip. So I think that I guess I would say that the 27% um, would be a good estimate. So if you are looking to drive for Lyft, it um, it is definitely nice um, to make some nice extra money, and typically you'll make between uh, 20 to $25. That seems to be the like the overall average on what you make total. So, but yeah, that's really all I have. I just really wanted to do this video for a little bit because I was very interested in seeing, what the percentage was of people that were actually tipping and how much the average tip came to and all that good stuff. So yeah, you've had plenty of time to look at the screen. So, and seeing all of, every day broken down, but, the highest day being 33%. So, but yeah, so long story short, I would say with this, uh, with this actual, um, whatchamacallit, with these stats right here, um, and at the average um, people that tip is about 27% of the total passengers that get in your car will actually tip. So, all right, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of plain, but still informative. And look out for the new Amazon gift card giveaway. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.